Tonight, the global financial world holds its breath as the clock ticks down toward a critical threshold. In just hours, two currencies with deep socioeconomic impact, the Vietnamese Dong and the Iraqi Dinar, stand on the edge of potential revaluation. Markets are tightening, anticipation is rising, and every second matters. If you are watching now, this is your front row seat to a moment of seismic significance. Are you ready? We begin with Vietnam, where policymakers and economists have been shrouded in a veil of speculation. Against a backdrop of mounting inflationary pressures, shifting trade balances, and increasing integration with ASEAN markets, whispers of revaluation have erupted into bold assertions. The State Bank of Vietnam is poised to adjust the dong's value, and speculation suggests that the shift could be more dramatic than anything seen in recent memory. Traders in Hanoi are already positioning themselves on edge, and international desks are recalibrating models in real time. This is no ordinary currency adjustment. It is shaping up to be a carefully choreographed dance between fiscal responsibility and geopolitical signaling. Meanwhile, in Baghdad, the Iraqi dinar is drawing intense attention. Years of hydrocarbon dependency, political transition, and war-scarred infrastructure have combined to leave the dinar undervalued against the backdrop of Iraq's actual economic potential. Official statements from Baghdad suggest that structural reforms and oil price stabilization are paving the way for a revaluation strategy long in the making. Speculators, diaspora investors, regional neighbors, all eyes are trained on the dinar's trajectory. And with time slipping away, conversations that once floated in boardrooms and trading floors are now fast becoming headlines. For both currencies, the landscape is infused with urgency. This is not a theoretical exercise in exchange rates. Real livelihoods, remittances, investor confidence, and national pride are all intertwined with the outcomes that loom. If the dong is revalued, Vietnamese exporters may face sudden challenges, while importers and citizens benefit. If the dinar climbs, millions in remittances could gain value, but trade competitiveness could shift overnight. These are the contours that define today's financial drama. In the capital markets, liquidity is tightening. Overnight lending desks report unprecedented activity as banks hedge against potential volatility. Swap spreads are narrowing, credit default swap indices are twitching, and interbank rates are jittering under the weight of collective uncertainty. Between currency markets in Tokyo, London, Frankfurt, and New York, proprietary trading algorithms are set to execute millions in milliseconds if triggers are hit. The magnitude of market readiness underscores how serious this is. This is not a local event. It is a global one. Policymakers are delivering terse messages, measured yet unambiguous. A statement from Hanoi earlier today reaffirmed the government's commitment to macroeconomic stability, even as it floated hints that a recalibration of the exchange rate could align with Vietnam's strategic goals for 2025. Comparable signals from Baghdad emphasize prudence, hinting that any adjustment would be part of a comprehensive structural framework designed to preserve fiscal sustainability while unlocking economic opportunity. In both cases, officials are walking a fine line between reassurance and expectation management, each word weighed for impact. On social media and messaging platforms, the chatter is intense. Vietnamese expats are trading WhatsApp messages about potential gains or exposures. Iraqi families abroad are scanning news headlines, calculating how a shift could affect the rials, dollars, euros, or pounds they send back. In the absence of confirmed timing, sentiment oscillates between cautious optimism and skepticism. The uncertainty is palpable. Comment sections are lighting up with, "Is this real? Could this happen tonight? What will it mean for my mortgage, my savings, my business?" The anxieties and hopes mingling online reflect how deeply this touches real lives. Corporate treasuries around the world are not standing idle. Multinationals with supply chains in Vietnam are recalibrating their hedging strategies in real time. Manufacturers in China, Thailand, and Indonesia are watching closely. Vietnam's currency move could tilt regional cost dynamics, redirect flows, even shift investment patterns overnight. In Baghdad, energy companies and reconstruction firms are evaluating whether the dinar's revaluation could change the calculus of contract values, debt servicing, sovereign guarantees. The reverberations of this twin event could rattle boardrooms far beyond headlines. Meanwhile, in the bond markets, investors are repositioning. Vietnamese government bond yields are under watch as traders price in potential capital inflows or outflows. In Iraq, speculation about new sovereign debt issuances or redenomination risks is generating tight spreads, while risk-neutral investors weigh position sizing. Capital control rumors are swirling, with questions about whether either government might impose limits on cross-border flows to cushion shocks. Transfer restrictions could so easily turn a stabilizing move into a crisis of confidence if mishandled. At this point, you might be asking yourself, what exactly is about to happen and what's real? The truth is that neither central bank has confirmed precise timing, but the gravity of signals suggests action is imminent. Whether the window opens tonight, early tomorrow morning, or sometime this weekend, the substance is set. And in these final hours, your question can't be whether it will happen, but how you can respond. If you are an individual holder of Vietnamese Dong or Iraqi Dinar, consider your liquidity needs, your conversion priorities. Banks may face queues, systems could momentarily slow, online platforms may experience surges. Whether your intent is to convert, hold, or hedge, preparation is critical. For businesses, review your contracts, reassess price clauses, contact your treasury partners, and align with local banking channels now. Institutional investors must double-check hedging programs, overlay strategies, and risk limits. This isn't a weekend seminar. It is a live global event. For remittance services and money transfer operators, operational readiness is vital. If clients try to send value at the peak of revaluation volatility, error margins may widen, rates may oscillate wildly, execution times could lag. Service teams should prepare contingency scripts and communicate transparently with customers. In branches, staff may be asked questions they can't yet answer. A simple, precise message, "Please await your bank's official rate. Value may adjust at any time in coming hours," could avert confusion and costly misexecution. Regulatory bodies, too, are likely monitoring. In some jurisdictions, even anticipatory activity, such as large conversions of VND or IQD ahead of an official announcement, may trigger oversight. Watch for alerts from financial oversight agencies or central banks. Some may issue guidance on capital flight risks or reporting thresholds at the 11th hour. From a geopolitical lens, there are deeper currents at play. Vietnam's ascent in manufacturing, its increasing diplomatic heft, and its representation in forums like CPTPP and RCP, such momentum may underpin a strategic push toward a more realistic currency baseline. For Iraq, post-ISIS reconstruction, foreign investment pledges, and energy ambitions all point to a desire for a stronger, more credible currency profile. And these central banks may be using revaluation as a signal to international partners, creditors, rating agencies. The message: we are stable, we are ready, we are emerging. This kind of synchronized or near-simultaneous revaluation is rare. History recalls isolated episodes: Argentina, China, Zimbabwe. But here, two emerging market currencies are under global scrutiny together, each with profound